And the music is lovely. I mean, I love classical music, and it's definitely a fusion between Eastern and Western music. I also love Eastern music, and some of the instruments that are being used, fantastic. And they blend well together. Yeah, it's wonderful.
I think it's amazing, absolutely amazing. I love the acrobatics, I love the dance, I love the gentleman that's just sang as well. It's just a fabulous production. Really, really good.
神韵意涵深刻的歌词，让观众反思人生的意义，感悟传统文化对当今社会的重要性。
Because I think it's just so poignant and it's so reflective of everything that's happening in the world today. And I never knew about, obviously, the religion sort of at all. So, yes, I like the words as well. I like the verse.
I thought it was really nice. We saw in the programme before the show began that we read that section out specifically, and we thought, oh, that's poignant. It would make everybody think about their own lives and how the lives are being run, basically. So, but yeah, the way it was sung was fantastic. It's tremendous tenor.
There's so much sort of hardship that goes on in the world, and it's sort of like it's a song of sort of like meditation. It gives us faith as well, so it's sort of like a bit of self-belief. So yes, I sort of like find it very inspiring.
I think it will make societies that have not been exposed to this type of music and dance before think hard.
It's very important to keep traditions, because the traditions is part of our history, part of our society, a part of our minds. So it's a good mission, a true one.
在英国观众的热切期盼下，美国神韵艺术团再次回到英国。从今天起，将在英国第3大城市曼彻斯特、首都伦敦和海港城市普利茅斯一共进行20场演出。每一个城市的票房都十分火爆。我们将继续为您报道演出的盛况。新唐人记者梁东，英国曼彻斯特报道。
I like the whole, let's say, the colors and the choreography of it, because it's really beautiful pieces. But I think the important bit is that it's opportunity for people to also learn about Chinese culture and some traditions and a bit of a history as well.
It lifts you. It lifts the soul when you see the colours. I mean, I thought the pale blue between the clouds, that to me was the best colour of the evening for expression. You felt you were in the clouds with them, The athleticism of all the dancers and performers, really. The back flips and the forward rolls, which is obviously normal English ballet, they don't do that. So it's very different.
观众感佩神韵呈现的中国大陆对信仰的迫害，并希望更多人了解这个事实。
But any culture that is being subjugated by a power that is not friendly or peaceful needs to be expressed. So it's better that the whole world knows what's going on, and perhaps then that will shift the way that, governments that do torture and imprison their people. You need to be able to express your religious beliefs or feelings of kindness and goodness.
观众感恩能通过观看神韵演出领悟人生真谛。
So it's a good reminder to reflect, and kind of opportunity to reflect and look back and see, the life was maybe simpler, but there was values which really people respected, and friendship and things like what basically was portrayed, the belief, faith, and things like that. So that's really nicely portrayed here and kind of makes you think about it. So.
新唐人英国记者站萨尔福德报道。
They bring Chinese culture to life, and all the dancers are always smiling, and they look like they're really enjoying themselves, and you feel that warmth in the audience, and the music as well. The music, yes, it's very traditionally Chinese music, but again, it seems to resonate through the centuries.
And the sudden change that the colour brings, very vibrant. I heard the guy a few seats up going, "Wow!" when the colours came out. It was amazing.
神韵乐团以中国传统乐器为领奏，西方弦管乐器为基础，让观众耳目一新。
I think that's great. I think it's great, and again, just the influence that the Chinese culture is having throughout Western culture.
I liked the two-string instrument, and I thought it was really wonderful. Yeah, it was so different, and I hadn't heard anything like that before.
I really like the music. It's great to have live music. Really educational as well. I think the stories and the dance and the costumes, they're educational for our children. I think the depth of culture from China is quite amazing.
Peacefulness. It was a restful afternoon, and so I think I'll remember it for a long time.
新唐人记者站英国萨尔福德报道。
4月20号下午，美国神韵纽约艺术团在英国大曼彻斯特郡萨尔福德市洛利艺术中心的第4场演出，让大英帝国勋章得主托马斯·普罗斯若先生感叹神性被唤醒。
And I thought your colour schemes were, whoever designed them, the costume designer, deserves some terrific recognition. I thought he or she, whoever it is, was brilliant.
神韵艺术家的高超技艺让普罗斯若先生叹为观止。
But there was one lady, and she only did one move, and I went, wow. And she was stood like this, and she had a leg right up in the air like that, and she turned through 180 degrees on one foot, maintaining the same pose. Well, that was breathtaking.
他认为现代社会的人已经遗失了传统文化中的优雅与美丽的举止。
Certainly modern British society we've lost a little bit of elegance and that beautiful movement, the smoothness of the movement. We become more everyday and slightly coarse. So I find it very refreshing as an example of how we might, live our lives. It was really quite stimulating.
普罗斯若先生表示，演出也唤醒了观众的神性，让他们成为更好的人。
But it draws you to the better values of humankind, and I love the idea the divine is in each of us, and therefore you should express that gift by song, by dance, by whatever talents you have been given. I think a reawakening of the values of the divine person that we all are, to be more gentle, more helpful, more truthful. The values that the dances showed and the general ethos of the show, I think, is what I'll take away with me.
新唐人英国记者站萨尔福德报道。
Absolutely fantastic, yeah, very, very good. I like the stories of the different ages. So it starts off with the sort of olden days in China and comes through to present day. So, no, I thought it was a great show. Yeah.
Well, I love the costumes. It's just amazing, and the way all work together, and obviously dancers are just amazing.
But it was magical tonight. I particularly like the dance, and I love the graphics. The way the performers went across the stage, disappeared down the back, and then appeared in the graphics at the background. So I really enjoyed every minute.
独具表现力的神韵原创音乐也让观众赞叹不已。
Particularly when the lady on the Ahu was playing, it was like a mix of sorrow, but at the same time like hope in what she was playing, which sounds quite deep for just an instrument. We were just hearing the singers acoustically, and it was so loud and really, really powerful actually. So it was something else being there, and as well being able to appreciate the orchestra from the front row, phenomenally talented musicians.
观众感谢神韵，让他们了解到中华传统和文化的真谛。
It was really high quality, and I really enjoyed, like I said, the variety of it, and I felt it gave a real insight into the culture and what the guys were trying to portray of Chinese heritage and culture.
Some of the dances, people came to harm, but then something came to save them. There was a mystical being that rescued them from harm. So the stories all had a happy ending.
Particularly with some of the words of the songs as well. They were inspiring hope and inspiring sort of love and humanity. It's something that everyone needs to hear. So it's fantastic that it's going around the world.
新唐人英国记者站塞尔福德报道。